title last time. It still said loose, didn't it?
What?
The last episode. Remember you had misspelling?
Yeah.
I don't think you ever went
I mean,
back
nobody
to
knew that until you said it just now. So,
Hey, Oscar, when are you going to invite the CEO of Indian Motorcycles to an episode?
They are. I hadn't planned on it, but they're overseas.
So what? It's on the interwebs. They don't have to be on site.
Right. But he's it's just like when we go. You know, never mind. We'll chat after.
No.
We
There's
live,
something to
man.
think
We
about.
live. Oh, you know what? I got my dang logo on here. Let me turn that off. There we go.
Okay, they recorded this time.
Yeah. I put the split lanes logo up. There we go. Let's see who the first person is to comment as they enter the room.
You spelled situation wrong.
No, I didn't.
No, I'm just testing them.
Oh.
Keeping them on his toes.
It's terrible.
Share. Post.
I'm going to hit the like button. That's 2. That's pretty cool. We're at 664. We've grown 0.
Oh, that's where we are? 664? All right.
Yeah.
It's a passion project, man. It's a passion project.
We'll get there eventually. Well, if we can be consistent, that helps.
Yes, very much so. Oh, Karen Show.
Howdy. Because Karen McRae, VI preload.
Oh, she's the first one to comment. Howdy.
Let me tell you something. If you haven't watched practice session number 154, Karen killed it.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I started it this morning.
She's been a preloader and then a VI preloader since the inception of my channel. Watches everything, always comments in the comment section, always. And her husband, Paul, the first practice session he was in Florida at Gator Ford. She's always there. She was at Space Coast as well. Her and Paul just hanging out. And this was the first time she decided she's going to come to a practice session. And man, she was super nervous. So definitely watching this practice session with her in it is super inspiring. Super inspiring.
Nice. So, like I was saying, I started watching that practice session, and then I looked at it, and it was 5 hours. Was it 3 hours? It's
3 hours and 52 minutes.
Oh my gosh! You might as well say 4 hours. I couldn't do it. I was at work.
Yeah. That's a short one. You're welcome, Karen.
I'd be asleep, man.
So it looks like we're not going to need the referee in November.
Oh, the referee gonna be there. The referee's gonna be there.
Got a wedding to go to or something.
Referee gonna be there no matter what.
Oh, then you know what? If the referee's going to be there, that means I have to do a follow the leader.
Yep. I've been waiting for a practice session in Pooler, Georgia, so I could just come out arbitrarily, but there ain't been one.
Sure there was.
Wait, what?
I just told you, practice session number 154.
Yeah, that was we was like gone. I think it was during Daytona, wasn't it? Before?
Negative. It was the day after Daytona. I mean, the day after okay. It was Sunday, yeah. Mm-hmm. So you're right. You were still coming back.
We were still driving back.
Another one, 20 seconds. T minus.
Lane splitters, welcome to Splitting Lanes, where we have three hosts, endless topics, and conversations that never stay in one lane for long. All right, so we're going to bring the guys in here. Of course, you know our esteemed panel of motorcyclists, or just people. We're just people, all right? So in the middle here, we got Q the Rider from Riding and Wrenching.
What up? What up?
And then, of course, we've got here on the end, Robert Simmons from Be the Boss of Your Motorcycle.
Happy Friday, guys. What's going on?
Yep. And I am Finesse the Challenger from the YouTube, or I'm Finesse from Finesse the Challenger. Look, I got you guys right, but I messed up myself. I tell you what, man, this is something else.
All right. First
That's the way to start off a Friday.
Early.
It's not going to, listen, it's not going to be good. It's not going to be normal for us if you do that smoothly. You're going to have to, that's just the way it is. Speaking of that,
Yeah.
Mike, have you consumed any intoxicants today?
As a matter of fact, I have.
Okay.
Hey,
Can we get a
Karen.
quantity? Can we get a quantity of, approximate? Is that what you're consuming right now? That doesn't tell us anything. Is this a cup? Is it
I don't
a
know.
cup?
It could be
What's
water
in
in
it?
there.
Oh,
Exactly.
it's not water. Tennessee tea. It's always going to be Tennessee tea.
So I guess
In a-
you're
in
not
a
watching
travel
Small
cup?
Children today.
I'm not a what? What?
You're not watching Small Children today.
No. They're not even in the
No.
house. It's quiet. Yeah, my grandson is performing in a play, Finding Nemo Junior or something like that. Finding Nemo.
Hmm.
So yeah, he's in a play. So
Oh, why are you not at the play?
Split
I will be
lanes.
there tomorrow.
Is your bride
man.
home?
Yep, she's downstairs on a conference call as usual.
Ah, okay, very good. So it's good to know that you're not unsupervised.
Oh no.
Because if she,
I'm good.
I know
Though.
if she wasn't home, you'd be eating a Slim Jim for dinner tonight. I already know that.
There'll probably be a bowl of oatmeal tonight.
Oh, dang, man. Come on, man. Well, at least you get a little bit of protein.
I was telling
I
Finesse
have it.
that I started to say thank God it's Friday, but that really only applies to Finesse.
To working people, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I didn't even know it was Friday today. I had to ask Iris. I'm like, well, what's today? What day of the
Oh,
week
as
is
soon as I woke up, I knew it was Friday.
it? I had no idea.
We understand. We understand.
Oh,
We understand.
man.
Boots and
All
jeans
right.
in the house. We
Yeah.
in the house.
Cake. What is this cake?
That's
That's
Rich
his
and
wife.
Cake. His
Yeah,
wife.
Oh,
cake.
yeah, okay. Well, first they put cake like cake and okay, I got you.
Yeah.
All right, so of course you guys seen from the title here, the main focus of today's episode is going to be Robert
Chevy.
Simmons's truck
Chevy.
situation.
Chevy truck. Let's be clear.
It's a GMC actually.
Chevy, whatever. That's Chevy.
Anyway, so first off,
Upgraded Chevy.
just if you guys are joining us just now, or maybe you're not following on social media, some of us do. We get Robert here to give us a little bit of background of what's going on with his truck situation.
Yeah, so first of all, guys, I want to thank you for joining us on Splitting Lanes, whether it's live or on the rebroadcast, whenever you watch it. Well, it's not a rebroadcast, but it's being recorded. So we appreciate you guys joining us. If you're not subscribed, sometimes people watch, they forget to hit that subscribe button. Just please hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button if you're in here now, and even if you're watching it afterwards. All of this stuff helps us out, trying to grow this thing a little bit and get to feed the algorithm a little bit. And as I say that, none of us know how the algorithm works. So anyway, we appreciate you guys being here on your Friday. Just a quick story about this truck. It's a 2024 GMC Denali Ultimate 1500. And June 5th last year, headed to Tennessee, run to the hills. Engine failed, had to get it towed. Long story short, the 6.2 liter engine in the GMC has problems from 2021 to 2024. So if you have that engine and you're not in that block, you're not really affected by it. So, but I was, I got a brand new engine, and maybe a month ago, it feels like a month ago, maybe a little bit less. I'm driving down now. At least this time I'm close to home. Last time I was 3.5, 4 hours away. My engine, everything just shuts down while I'm moving. So I had to pull to the side. Turned out it was a fuel control module, which is another known issue for these trucks. So my decision is that I'm going to be getting rid of this truck. Now, right now, the truck is fine because the two things that it's known to have an issue with have been rectified. However, I'm hearing that fuel control module is probably going to be an issue later on down the line, a few more times too, because apparently they know there's a problem. And they just keep putting Band-Aids on it. They're not fixing it. So I'm going to be getting rid of this truck. And what I'm going to get next, most likely is going to be a Ram. Most likely it's going to be a 2500. I'm not going to say most likely. It is going to be a 2500, but it's the creature comfort things that I just don't want to do without. One of them in particular probably saved my life, and that's Super Cruise. And none of the heavy duty trucks offer that. So that's where I am.
Yeah.
That's where I am.
None of them offer it, huh?
Nope.
None of them.
Wow.
And so
I wonder why. Doesn't make
GMC
sense.
is the only one. GMC is the only one that offers Super Cruise with a trailer, or something like that. With a trailer, it's made to still use with the trailer. The only thing it doesn't allow the truck to do is if I'm not pulling a trailer and I'm using Super Cruise, if I just hit the signal light right or left, it'll change lanes for me. It's not going to do that with the trailer on it. But other than that, it drives itself. And being in the truck for a long period of time, that's a big feature to give up. But and I mean, I really like the truck. Of course, there's things about it I don't like. That's going to be the case with any truck I get. And so we talk about Ford. There's going to be stuff I like about that truck, stuff I don't like. GMC, same thing, and Ram. So it's almost like buying a house. You got to kind of make a list of the pros and the cons and pick what you're going to deal with. I will say, if you want a heavy duty truck, you only have 3 options as far as manufacturers: Ford, Ram, and GMC, or Chevy. So those are the options. And people in the comment section, get a Tacoma, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, a Titan, maybe.
Yeah, get a Tundra.
I think the Titan is discontinued.
Is it?
I think so.
I don't know.
No idea.
I haven't looked at it. I know they made a 2500 though.
Yeah.
Yeah. They made, well, they called it an extra duty XD. They didn't call it HD.
Yes.
I think it's kind of like in between, the light duty and the
not
the,
quite
the
heavy
2500
duty,
series.
but
not quite. Yeah, not quite. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a nice truck though. I like those.
Yeah. I mean, listen, Ford, I don't know what it is. When I look at those trucks, nothing about them is appealing to me, especially when you get inside of them. Everything is just, when it comes to the interior, Ram kind of has that zone, and GMC is second, and Ford is definitely last in that. It's not even a question, and that's fine. When it comes to
he's like, that's fine. Mike is like,
yeah.
I don't work for Ford.
So Mike's going to talk about the power roof thing, because in these other 2 trucks, you have to kind of open that little shade. It's funny because a lot of these people that buy these kind of work trucks, they actually get the model that doesn't even have a sunroof. Because if you really want a high payload, you're not getting the truck with all these bells and whistles.
Extra weight.
So,
yeah.
So,
well, let me ask you a question about the Super Cruise.
Go ahead.
What would happen if you close your eyes? Is it like, if you accidentally fell asleep or whatever, you're tired or whatever, you fell asleep, what would it do?
It starts to vibrate your seat.
Okay.
And if you still don't open your eyes, it's going to disengage and kind of like start pulling to the side. Now, that's what it'll do without the trailer. With the trailer, I think it'll just slowly come to a stop.
Really? Like in the middle of the road?
Wow. Yeah, because remember, it doesn't change lanes. It doesn't change lanes with the trailer.
Okay.
If it slowly comes to a stop, that's not as bad as it just jamming the brakes on.
Right.
Right.
And that's also not as bad as it just disengaging and run into something. So,
Yeah.
and I've tested it out big time. Like it works through your sunglasses. And I remember driving and trying to close one eye. It still works. And then and then I'll close both my eyes. And all of a sudden I feel the seat starting to vibrate. So it's watching you.
Yeah.
And
So behind the, just behind the steering wheel on the steering column, there's a little camera there that looks at your face. And then in the event of like an emergency, like if a driver had a heart attack or something, or they passed out, without the trailer, it turns the hazards on and it pulls you over on the side of the road. So it does all that stuff automatic. Yeah.
And
There was a case in the news about Tesla about, I think it pulled over to the side of the road and called 911 because the driver had passed out or something. Had some kind of medical emergency.
Yeah.
You know, those
I thought you
systems
were
are.
going to say
I mean,
pulled over on
that's
the side of the
actually
road
pretty
and caught on fire, but whatever.
cool. Yeah, right. But that's actually pretty incredible technology, though, because it I mean, that could save somebody's life. I mean, there have been people that have been killed because they've had a medical emergency while they're driving. They run into a bridge, they run into a semi, anything that happens, and if the car is smart enough to take over and at least stop, stop the thing, call for help. That's actually pretty cool.
Ask me how I know that for a fact. And I'm referring to somebody having a medical emergency, having an accident as a result of it, and dying in that accident or causing somebody else's death. Ask me how I know about that because, it's happened in my career maybe half a dozen times.
Wow.
And
That's a lot.
And if you think about it, if somebody has some kind of episode and in the middle of it, they kind of stiffen up and press that accelerator harder. Man.
Yeah.
So this new technology, stuff like this it's really good. Even if you have a car, it may not have Super Cruise, but it has the radar technology to start braking. If it can kind of slow you down before you hit something, to maybe mitigate some of the, who knows? I don't know, but
For sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
I love the technology. I've always been a technology type of guy.
All right. So also one of the things that Rob left out on his little background, right? So ways back, Rob ended up getting a new trailer. Okay. And very nice trailer. It is a beautiful trailer, both inside and outside.
Spectacular.
When I saw it, I was like, man, that thing is sweet. And then
What you gonna pull it with?
You're right. So I'm looking at it, and the first thing I said is, when are you getting your truck? Because there's no way that 1500 is going to be pulling that truck and you're going to be doing it nicely. And then that right there kind of started this whole big thing, right? Because initially it was doing the porpoise thing whenever you hit some bumps, right? Because the weight, and it started bouncing and doing that thing. Yeah. So then you upgraded it with some air shocks in the rear. Is that what it was? Airbags. So airbags, which help mitigate that, right?
It did. Yep.
So, but I think the mere fact that the truck is doing the bouncing, the porpoise, that is telling you that it's too much weight for that truck. At least
negative.
Coming from my
Yes.
I'm gonna tell you why that's negative. Because the 2500 that they loaned me, the GMC 2500 Denali, it was still sagging that truck. That doesn't mean I need to go get a 3500. It means I need to put airbags on it. That's why they created these things, right? Because a lot of these trucks, and I'm definitely not going to get a 3500 because then it's just
that's ridiculous. No. Yeah. It was sagging, or it was bouncing when you were driving.
Not while I'm driving. If I'm going at a low speed, like when I would pull into the parking lot for the practice sessions and the roads like this, you would feel it going like this, right? But if I'm on the road, no, it didn't do that.
Okay.
It was only if I was going really slow and I'm going over uneven stuff, just like most trailers are going to bounce a little bit, but I at the end of the day, I didn't get the airbags for that. I got it because of the sag, because it's just dangerous. I don't want it to sag. That's another reason why I'm really leaning towards that Ram. The fact that it comes with air suspension in the back is huge for me, because I don't have to worry about an aftermarket product. I don't have to worry about pressing the button or trying to figure out, because when I first got these airbags, I had to figure out what number to have it at so that it was perfectly where I wanted it.
Right.
But with the Ram, it's just going to put the truck so it's level.
Right.
And Mike was in the truck when we went to look at it, and I asked him to press the button because you can just press a button and have it lower it just in case your ball was a little too high for the hitch on the trailer, and then you can move it back up. Like it's, I really like that. I really like that.
Right. Oh, well, basically all I was getting at was the 1500 was not going to do what you needed to do. Right. And then we got into the conversation as far as talking about towing the weight and things like that. So if we're looking purely at numbers, I think, who was that did that Chat GPT search? Was that you, Mike, or was that you, Rob? That was Mike.
Both of
them. And it was saying ideal conditions, right? So again, that's not taking into account bouncing, stopping, starting, those types of things, because you've got G forces pushing on your truck, even though the trailer has brakes. It doesn't take into account for a lot of these other things, wind, passing other vehicles, right? So yes, a vehicle can tow X amount of weight, but you're not going to tow all of that weight, because you got to add up, which I know you did. You put it on the scale, but you got to add up all the weight in your trailer, all the weight in your truck, plus the people, and that's your gross vehicle weight that you're going to use. So, I knew from the jump, man, that even because you were close to the limit, right, of what that that truck says it could do.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Well, again, that's why I sent you guys a picture of the sticker on my truck, and it says 15,000 pounds. That's what it says. I sent it to you. So it's a pushback. Oscar, you said I knew that wasn't going to work. Let's keep in mind, I'm not changing my truck because it's not working. Like if I never had an engine problem, if nothing ever happened, we're not having this conversation. Because it pulls the trailer just fine. I don't have any issues at all. Yeah. But there's no doubt. I said this a long time ago. Of course, a heavy duty truck is going to pull it easier. Of course. And so, that's what I'm going to do
and safer.
I don't know about that.
No, and safer.
Tell me why it would be safer.
Because again, like I said, you're not accounting for wind, bouncing, stopping, starting, all of these things. But if we're just looking at the numbers, that doesn't tell the whole story, though. You know what I'm saying? So I would hate to see okay. I've been in for everybody else that doesn't know, I've been in transportation I was in transportation for 20 a little over 20 years. All right. Logistics. Yep. And I've seen bad tie down. I've seen people that didn't get the weight right on those trailers. And I'm telling you guys, man, know before you tow. Better safe than sorry. And just looking at the way the truck was behaving and you describing it, that tells me that those are the telltale signs of it being too much weight. Now, especially if you're putting two bikes in there and all your cones and all this other stuff and this, that, and the other, man, I would rather know you being in a 2500 being safe going down the road than at 1500 with mods trying to make it work.
Yeah.
Now the stick that what you sent us, it says GCWR 15,000 pounds. Now the GCWR is the gross combined weight rating, which includes the truck, the trailer, the passengers, the cargo, the fuel and accessories. That doesn't mean you can tow 15,000 pounds.
Right.
Yeah, that's the
everything.
limit.
So but no, that's not the limit. That's including the truck. You subtract the weight of the truck, you're at about 11. All of those light duty trucks are about 11,000 pounds, period. And one might be a couple hundred pounds more or less, but they're all the same basically. And you were right at the limit, which is too much.
No.
You are. I thought you said that trailer was 11,000 pounds with the bikes on it and all your gear.
No. The weight I gave you is the weight of everything. Like if you look, it shows you the front axle, the rear axle, and then the trailer axles. It's the weight of all of it. So I'm not. My trailer alone is not 11,000 pounds.
What was your total weight?
It was like 11,000 pounds. Everything. Trust me. I hear what you're saying about safety and stuff. I know if the truck feels weird, and usually the biggest issue is sag and the steering feeling very light. That's when you have accidents or trailer sway, and that's where people put those sway bars on and stuff like that. But those airbags are made to make sure that there's no sag and keep that truck even. And you know, our GMC trucks, Ram has it as well, where you can look right on your infotainment screen and it'll show you if the truck is pitched to the left, to the right, or if it's up or down. So you can always see if the truck is. If you're towing, I don't care if you got a heavy duty truck or not, you always have to account for your stopping distance is going to be increased. So you just have to, that's just depending on how you drive. You got to drive differently. Yeah. Mike had white knuckles when we were driving home because I had that.
That's because you were going 100 miles an hour. You were clearly exceeding the speed rating of them tires.
Now we know.
That's a fact.
We know when it comes to numbers.
There are no trailer tires that are rated at 90 miles an hour. None of
them. We know when it comes to numbers that Mike is always a little high. Just like he estimated 100 riders. And that
so you weren't going. So are you saying you weren't going 90?
Allegedly.
I was
no,
not
going
going
allegedly.
90.
That's a fact.
I was not going 90 consistently. If I had to get into the game,
So I agree. You were not going 90 when we were at a stoplight. You were stopped. You had to transition from the 0 to the 90 miles an hour, which we held for extended periods of time, pulling that heavy-ass trailer.
We are not calling him to the stand.
No, hell no.
As Finesse would say, this is why when I buy a trailer, the first thing I do is change all of the tires because they put the cheapest tires that they have that they can on them, and I can base that on the fact that it says the maximum PSI is 65, and then the new ones I get it says 80. So I'm not saying that the speed range is 95 on a trailer, but come on, it's just
look here. I'm gonna tell you this, man. No matter what reason it is what's happening, you're getting to 2,500. So I feel much better. All right, as a whole, if we're outside looking in, you're getting to 2,500. That's what you need. Now, the choice of which 2,500 you talking about, man, like the Ram is great for the driver, but anybody else in that truck is gonna be a nightmare.
Screwed.
Who else?
I don't know. You're a wife.
So, my wife
one of your boys.
My wife sat in that Ram, and she said, "It's fine to me, Daddy." Like she didn't have any problems with it. I said, "This thing right here," and I specifically said, "Now, first I asked her, then I specifically pointed out that space on the bottom where her feet is. I said, "That's not a problem." She was like, "No, if anything, I'll just I put my feet like this. I'm good."
Oh heck,
man, hell no. Your wife.
I'm not worried about it. Because again, primarily,
you're not going to sit there.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's the most important thing because primarily, so you got to understand something. That's a work truck for me. I'm not. So Anita's not going to be in that truck often at all. She's just not. So, and if she was that uncomfortable, the back seats are plenty. They recline everything.
Yeah.
And because it's a mega cab, I can actually put a mattress. I'm never going to do this. But you could do it because people do it. What do they call it again? Hot shotting? What do they call it? If you drive a truck.
The hot shots are what they do to haul short distances. But okay, so look, here's the thing, right? Basically, what everybody should take from this is that one, we will never ride with Robert to any practice session anywhere.
Nope.
Unless it's driving Miss Daisy and we in the back. To the session, sir.
That's right.
That's crazy. And
what? Go ahead.
My biggest thing with Stellantis, Dodge, Ram, whatever you want to call it, it's the customer service. My experience with them, which everybody's going to have their own experiences. Yeah. I had not a great experience personally with the customer service, getting scheduled, work getting done. And then once the initial quality of the vehicle is kind of over with, things start to happen. And just like you had your experience with the Sierra, my experience is where I'm coming from, and I've already given them all the money that I'm going to give them.
I remember you brought this up. You had a bad experience back in 1987 with a
negative, sir. This was 3 years ago, 4 years ago, something like that. I don't even know. I had to ask Chris.
If I had of course you do. See, this is what I'm talking about. So, Mike, before you came on here, I saw Chris walking by, and I said, Chris, please don't leave the room because we're going to have a question. He's not going to know the answer to it. So I'm going to ask you guys a question. If you had to make a choice between bad customer service or issues with the actual vehicle, which one you picking?
Is this for the chat?
It's
or is this
all
for
of
us?
And the chat.
Okay.
And the chat. You guys too.
So for me, it depends on what they're doing to fix it, right? If it's an issue where I'm panicking about driving it anywhere and getting stuck out somewhere, then 9 times out of 10 I'm going to go get something else. If it's
that wasn't the question, sir.
Right.
That wasn't the question.
Okay. But customer service wise, if there's anything, because I'm not servicing the vehicle myself, right? So that's something that I got to deal with them all the time. And I'm not going to be stressing out every few months going up to anywhere, giving them money to be treated like, whatever. So
the vehicle's warranted. You're not spending any money.
Oh yeah. That's
and
right.
hold up. You said that you had a bad experience or multiple bad experiences?
The time that I had my vehicle and every time I went to get it serviced, it was a bad experience every single time.
But you kept going to the same dealership. Because you have to listen, it's just like motorcycle dealerships. You can go to one, have terrible experiences, and you go to another one and everything's great. So all you really needed to do is go to another dealership instead of keep going to the same one. But you're going to go to the same one because it's convenient. I get it. See, Mike, he's doing it again. Word salad. He's talking like a woman. I still don't have an answer to the question. The question was if you had to choose bad customer service or issues with the vehicle, which one are you choosing? It's very simple. Just which one you choosing?
And that's like sleeping in the dirt or sleeping in the dirt. I mean, they're both of them bad.
Mike, please give me an answer.
There you go, Mike. Go for it.
I'll take a reliable vehicle every day.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
absolutely.
I mean, I think a Nomad tank said it best. You can always pick a different dealer.
That's right.
But if the bad service is coming from the corporation, I guess it's different. But
yeah,
I've only owned one Chrysler product, and that's a long time. It was back in the '90s. It was a Plymouth Laser.
Oh damn! I never even heard of that.
So it wasn't a part of the vehicle working properly, right? Because you're going to I had issues with the vehicle, so I had to take it to this bad customer service. So I'm having problems on the front end and on the back end. You see what I'm saying? That I wasn't going there for just routine maintenance. I was having issues. So that's why I had to go up there. So not only am I having problems with the vehicle, I'm having problems with the people at the place. Right. And the other dealer that was close to me was not close. So I just ended up getting rid of the vehicle.
Mike, how many times have you heard Oscar tell us this story about bad customer service? Like I mean, I've heard him say it at least 5 times. And now when we get into the weeds, now all of a sudden, whoa, it was also problems with the vehicle. So.
That's where the bad customer service came from.
Well, that's not where it came from. That's what made you get in contact with it. But the question still remains. The question still remains, if you have to choose one or the other, which one are you choosing?
Yeah, I'd have a working vehicle. Yeah.
There we go.
And out of those questions. But my situation with the company was different because the vehicle wasn't working, so I had to go to customer service. So I got both bad ends, right?
What kind of vehicle was this?
And it was a Charger.
Oh, this is why you were here.
Yeah, the 392 wide body Charger. Yeah.
Okay. I remember seeing that in your garage when you used to be able to park a car in there.
Yep.
I had my last GM product was a Grand Am, Pontiac Grand Am GT. And man, that car was a piece of garbage. That's the reason I ain't never buy another GM product again after that. But then I went to work for Ford, so
exactly.
Just never had.
Plus,
although I would buy another GM product, I'd buy a Corvette in a minute.
What 100%. Year was that? What year was that you had that car? Talking to you, Mike.
I think 90.
I don't
know. Early 90s, 92, 93. I don't know.
Exactly. So I can understand you in that time period saying never again. But obviously, vehicles are made way better now than they were then.
Oh, of course, for sure. That's how I buy a Corvette. My Corvette.
Yeah.
Without
I also
hesitation.
understand. I also understand that all of these manufacturers have problems. Like Mike always says, machines break and stuff like that. And it's almost like cycles. You know what I mean? Like right now, GMC is going through it. They have a class action lawsuit regarding these engines. So anybody that's involved in that, they're dealing with that now in real time. And so if you don't, you feel salty about that, you're going to buy something else. So yeah, I'm not going to get another GMC just because, again, me looking at that Ram and that Mega Cab and what that offers, the things that truck offers, that's going to suit me better than GMC. I still like the way the GMC looks better.
Yes.
But it's not just about. It's clearly not just about the looks. The Ram's not ugly. I just think the GMC looks better. But little things like me liking the way that the automatic football comes out. It's just that it's way better on the Ram than the GMC. That's not even a question. But it doesn't have a heads-up display, and listen, I'm okay with that. I can deal with that. But it doesn't have a telescopic steering wheel. Like I still don't understand that. I'm not talking about it doesn't have a power one, not even manually. Like you can't pull the steering wheel towards you and push it back, but the pedals you can move. I don't think I've ever moved the pedals in my life. All right?
That's something that you set once and you forget it.
You pretty much, you're right.
I've never said it.
Once.
But I guess because I'm not short either. That's for short people like Oscar. But for
I
us,
am not. Well, hold on. I am not short.
Shots fired.
I'm not short.
Shots fired.
I am
right.
the
That's
average height for a U.S. male, which is about 5'9", 5'10". That's where I'm
You're
at.
right.
All right.
You're right.
I'm short in relation to the both of you, but I am not
apologize.
short.
I apologize. That's for shorter people than us, Mike. Shorter people. How about that?
Have you ever seen it's usually very short women, and they're driving with the steering wheel in their
on their chest.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn. Yeah. But you know what's really tragic
airbag gonna
about
take
that?
you out.
Airbag will kill. Airbags have killed a whole lot of people, including very short people. But that's why those telescopic steering wheel and the moving pedals, that's why they exist, so that it can help really short, usually women, get off of the steering wheel because it's dangerous. It's dangerous to be that close to that thing.
Yeah. Maybe that's why Dodge doesn't have it, because they figure nobody's man, boots and jeans. I am not height challenged. I'm taller than you. I'm taller than boots and jeans. All right.
No, you ain't.
Well, you know what? I don't know why you're bringing Cake into this. Yes, you are taller than Cake.
Yes, you are taller than Cake.
That's nothing to be boastful about.
I'm taller than
Rich.
Yeah.
No, you ain't.
Yeah, they were here.
I don't think so.
Look at you, man. Come on now.
I don't think so.
Come on now.
Hey, Rich, put your actual height, please, in the comment, Rich. Your actual height.
Don't be juicing it up, man. Your regular height.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Remember,
Matt, because there is is video evidence. All right, because when Wood Jr. was here, I could pull the video up. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but we can't go by that because sometimes, depending on the angle of the camera, it might make you look taller, shorter.
Negative,
You know
sir.
what I mean?
Negative, sir.
Yeah.
That man said
21 inches.
Well, let's see. 21, that's a foot. So he's 5'11".
That's taller. Yeah. That's
5'10",
much taller than he is. 4 feet, 21 inches.
Don't worry. Yeah.
So anyway, it's, and also the fact that this is going to be the first time in a long time I had to push my foot down to put on the emergency brake. And that's what that truck has.
Man, and I
love the fact that GMC has an electronic emergency brake, but I don't like the fact that it doesn't come on by itself. Well, it rarely does, and there's no rhyme or reason to when it's going to do it. On a hill, it'll do it sometimes.
Yes, when you back up to the trailer, it does it as well.
Sometimes.
Mine does it every time. You just must have had a bad truck. Look, now here's the thing that I'm not getting right.
Clearly.
So I understand the exterior of the truck being whatever it needs to be, right? Mm-hmm. But on the interior of any vehicle is really where you want to hone in. And if there's things that you want and things that it's missing, now I understand if something is just completely not offered, like the Super Cruise, but like some of these other things that are the features that it doesn't have, things like that for me are deal breakers. Can I go without the steering wheel thing? Maybe. Heads up display. Yeah. I'm not doing another vehicle, not an expensive vehicle without heads up display. Mm-hmm. You know, there's just things at a certain price point that I would be expecting, even though it's a work truck, you know, whatever the case may be. There's just things that I'm expecting if I'm spending a certain amount of money for a vehicle that I'm not giving up. There's just no two ways around it. I'm just going to find something else.
So I can't sit here and be quiet about this any longer. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to interject here. I refuse to be silent. So we're sitting here having a conversation about these trucks,
right?
If y'all would ride your motorcycle, you wouldn't have to worry about no damn truck. Ride your bike. You buy these expensive motorcycles and you ride them up into the back of these cute little trailers that you have, and with your big ass truck, so you can haul it down the road when you could just hop on the bike and go. Just go.
You're not the boss of me. You're not the boss of me, sir. You're not the boss of me.
So first of all, Michael, the only one on this chat right now on this podcast that has a cute little trailer is you. That's first of all.
The only one that rides is also this guy.
That's it. Cute little trailer. That's you.
Rides, this guy right here.
Secondly, I can't ride and put 200 pounds of cones on my motorcycle. Can't do it.
Can you cue up the sad music? Hold on.
That's factual music.
Sad music.
I need all of my stuff. Don't get us a strike playing some uncopyrighted music.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Oh, we're not
monetized.
Yeah, you do.
So hold on. And Ernest, aren't you getting a new trailer as we speaking about this?
Yes, I have my eyes on a new trailer. I just need to sell my current trailer. Yep. So you know,
on spot. How much?
Here's how much what?
How much you selling the trailer for?
Oh man, I don't even know.
Where's Crystal? See what I mean? This is what I'm talking about.
Oh my gosh, man! Look, I
TV 205 in the house.
Yeah. Man, look, I got stuff on the plate, man. I got stuff on the plate. So
all right, I know.
But I'm looking for something a little larger. So when we first bought that trailer, it was for a Challenger and a Super Chief, which a medium-sized bike and then a large-sized bike.
Yeah.
And then the trailer was perfect. It was great. And then the wife decided, you know, I'm not going to be on this medium-sized bike no more. I'm getting me a large bike because, you know, I'm a rider. I was like, all right, cool. So now I've run out of
room. What?
My wife.
Oh, time out. I'm pulling out the ink pen here. Did you just say you're a rider? Why don't we talk about trailers again?
Oh my gosh. I was speaking about my wife. See, you weren't even listening to the conversation. You know what, Mike? No. You weren't listening to the conversation. So let me get my book. You're going to try and make a point on something that you just didn't even know what was going on. You ain't even here. Welcome to Splitting Lanes, Mike. This is infraction.
Here we go.
All right, it's infraction here. Yeah.
The definition of a rider. A person who rides, period. So, yes, his wife is a rider. She's a motorcycle rider. If she rode a horse, she'd be a horse rider. We got to get specific about these things. Uh-oh. Infractions? What's that infraction for?
Because Mike tried to make a point about me riding my bike when I was talking about my wife. He wasn't even listening to the conversation. You know what I'm saying? Jumping to conclusions, boy, I tell you. Infractions.
Okay, so Oscar said he went out for a ride today. It's a nice day here in Pooler and in Georgia, South Georgia.
Man.
And I asked him, did he wash that bike yet? And he told me no. So I want you to listen. I know for a fact for Kim and Mad Adventures, Matt Savoy, he lives cleaning that bike. If you guys got a brand new bike, can you go like 2 weeks with it filthy and riding it, or can you you know what I mean? I got to give it to him. I was very surprised by that. Very surprised by that.
Hold on. First off, I got to season the paint. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing the 500-mile break-in. So, during this 500-mile, I ain't doing nothing but riding the bike, getting to know the bike, and that's it. I'll wash it after that. I'll wash it after I do the first oil change. Huh?
I've owned an Indian, and nowhere in the manual did it say don't wash it in the first 500 miles. You can wash the bike.
That is true. Yes, that is true. What I'm doing is I'm not washing it till after that first oil change. Has nothing to do with the manual. Let me ask you guys a question.
I'm going to ask you guys a question. Comment section as well. I'm asking you guys. I'm not asking Oscar.
Oh my gosh.
No, I am. Do you think that an electronic windshield is
worthless?
Is it a novelty? Is it, worth? What's your opinion on it? Mike?
Worthless.
Finesse?
Amazing.
Put in the comment section, guys, what you think. And so my opinion on this, because I remember I brought this up to some people at Harley Davidson. And I'm telling you, if you add this is going to be great. And I was told, don't listen, you're kind of wasting your time on that because they're not going to do it because they think that it's like a novelty thing. It's a gimmick. That's what the word that was used.
It is.
It's gimmicky. And so my response to that was the only people that think it's a gimmick are people that never experienced it. And here's why.
I've experienced it.
Where did you experience it? On what?
I've ridden Indians before. I've ridden several of them.
What Indian? Whose?
I've ridden yours. I've ridden them down in Daytona. I've ridden other people's Indians. I've ridden Indians before. I've never owned one. But for the type of riding that I do, once you have if you have a windshield that it's at a height that you like, to me, it's the same conversation that we had about the adjustable pedals. You're going to set it once and that's good enough. You're good.
Here's the difference. The difference is I had a private lesson today, and the guy was telling me that he bought a Road Glide and the windshield's too low. We already know the windshield that comes on it is too low. It's a 24 Road Glide he bought. Yep. And the problem is it goes by inches, and you have to go through this process of getting the right size windshield. Now, if you're able to go to a rally where they give you a windshield and tell you to go try it out, that's one thing. And sometimes that's not even enough because it felt good then. Then you go riding and maybe you weren't sitting the way you normally sit or whatever the case. It's some people can get it perfect, but a lot of people, it's never exactly right. It's either a little too high or a little too low. And to be able to just move it and put it exactly where I want, that's great. That's one. Two, set it and forget it for the pedals makes sense. But things change on the motorcycle. So if I'm riding and now it's starting to rain, I want it to be a little bit higher. I can do that. If it's burning hot and I want some more air, I can lower it. So it's definitely Honda, BMW, Indian. They're not doing that because it's a gimmick, because people want it, because it's going to be a time when you're going to move it. And I know when I had my Indian, I never set it at one spot, and that's where it always did. I never touched the button again. That just never happened, right? It's another case of if you don't have it, and I'm talking about live with it, not just ride somebody's bike. If you don't have it, you don't miss what you've never had. So you think, what do I need that for? Yeah, you would definitely use it. It's not even a question.
And that's
but then you would end up having that extra gap in between the windshield and the fairing. I don't know. It's I've seen it.
Hold on.
I don't see any value in it.
Look,
now,
check it out.
People who like it, that's fine. But for the type of riding that I do, and being the only person on this panel who actually rides, it's I'm not saying it's useless. I may have used the word useless, but I was being facetious. Yeah. It's not necessary, I guess is my point. It's not if I had to choose between that and a handful of other things, I don't know if it would come up high on my list. I mean, is there some use to it? Of course it is. I mean, it's a use to everything, you could say, but
it's a luxury.
I don't see.
It's a luxury.
Yeah.
So you said you don't need it.
That's the right word.
Need it.
No, I don't.
Your words were you don't need it. You don't need cruise control. It's a luxury to have it.
Oh, yes, I do need cruise control.
That's a luxury.
I absolutely need cruise control. Oh, bullshit. You don't ride. Go on
oh, now we on this. Now we on this don't ride thing. Here we go. Hey, check it. So here's the thing.
Trips. I do.
Here is the thing.
700 miles. You got to have cruise control.
Cool.
I can't ride without. I've tried it. It sucks.
I do 50 miles. I use cruise control. So check it.
It sucks. I know it sucks. That's why it's a luxury. It's a luxury. Yeah. It's not like it's something that you can't. Your bike won't operate without it. So they added it to give you convenience. The same way a windshield would give you convenience to be able to move it and put it where you want. So I mean, I know
negative.
You keep talking about I'm the only one that rides, so I know this has nothing to do with that. There's people that ride longer than you, and they will tell you, yeah, I wish I could move my windshield. Or some of them ride bikes that have it. So they'll tell you, yes, I move it all the time, depending on where I am and the conditions of the road or whatever. The conditions of the weather, I meant to say. Yeah, Finesse, I'm sorry.
So I went on a ride today. And I used it today. So running around the town or running around the local streets, it's down. I'm getting the wind in my face. You know, the weather's great, feeling good. I get on the highway, I raise it up. I don't have my head shaking, you know, and none of that stuff. So it's the best of both worlds. When I'm cruising around, I don't need that high windshield. I want the wind flow because it's hot. It's warm outside. I need that wind in my face. I need the wind coming across my body. And then when you're out on the road, you're going to raise it up so you don't have the head shake. Now, it's like I was saying on the last episode, for a lot of people, the majority of people have never been on Indian motorcycle, and they have all these preconceived ideas about what it is. Now, whether you think it's a novelty or a gimmick or not, it's just one of those things that if you don't experience it or if you haven't used it for, let's say, I don't know, a 300-400 mile trip, then you know, what do you know? Like, cause if you're riding, like you say that you're riding, you're doing 12 hours, 10 hours a day, you know, once you get off the highway, if you had the option to lower that thing down and pop your head up, you running through the desert somewhere. Oh man, you'd welcome that. You'd welcome that breeze.
I want that hot air on my face. Are you crazy?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
So this is not about
in front of an oven, having a fan blow the oven in your face. There's nothing.
This is not about This is not about trying to convince Mike. Yeah. You're gonna always find people that go, nah, I don't ever need it.
Right.
But that's because they don't have it. I know for a fact that I would love to have the option to put it exactly where I want it, not just settle for where it is. Like if you'll notice, when we go for a ride, if we're gonna get on the highway, we'll have on full face helmets. Finesse got on a bicycle helmet. That's what I call it because that's what it looks like. And I'm like,
you wear a 3/4? What kind of helmet?
No, it's a half helmet.
And the reason why he can just wear that helmet is because he can just move his. I remember because it was the same thing with me when I was on that pursuit. If I wore my half shell helmet, I would put that windshield just where it could go right over it, just where it, perfect. And then it's perfect. I don't want to have to settle for whatever it's working out, you know, so that's what that is. And it's a gimmick would be something that nobody wants. Like, why is this on the bike?
Or like, that doesn't really work.
If Harley Davidson decided to add this to their bike, I don't see you going, well, you said you're never buying another bike again anyway, but I don't see anybody saying, that's it. No more Harleys because they put an electronic windshield on.
Of course.
No, it would just be them catching up, you know? So, you know.
Yeah, but just like Will Kearney was saying, you know, you don't know what you have unless you've experienced it, which is why I tell people all the time, ride these bikes, man. So just like you were saying when you were wearing your half helmet. So when I went to a demo day and I rode up there with my half helmet on, I happened to get on a bike that just had no windshield. And it was like the worst experience ever. I was like, what is going on? Oh, this is some crap. Chris was making fun of me the whole time because I didn't have my half helmet. And she was like, why didn't you bring your full? I was I don't need it when I'm on my bike. You know, that's what I ride with. But when you get on something else that doesn't have that feature, then yeah, it sucks. All right, so first off, yeah, for sure. Now, Kim and Matt Adventures is showing up. And Kim is saying she had her first day of bike class today. So if you guys are not following Kim and Matt Adventures on YouTube, you should definitely check them out.
Check them out.
But Kim had posted earlier today that she was taking the MSF course. And I told her, man, just have fun, enjoy it. Worst thing that can happen is you got to take the test over again. Might cost you a little money, but hey, you get to ride.
No, it doesn't cost you any money. It doesn't cost you any money.
No, MSF is free.
If you fail it and have to come back, you don't have to pay for that.
Hey guys, if I can interrupt for a brief moment,
Go for
I
it.
see 13 thumbs up, and we got 22 people viewing. If we can get everybody to hit that thumbs up button,
Man, that's awesome.
Yeah,
man.
it
We
would
got
be
that many
greatly
people here.
appreciated.
Nice.
Well, the
Appreciate
number's
it,
bouncing
guys.
up and down, but if you pop
Yeah.
in even for a minute, how about just go ahead and hit that like button?
Thank you.
Back
Thank
to
you.
regularly scheduled programming. Let's roll.
Yes. So, Kim, first of all, we want to hear all about this, but clearly we're not going to be trying to read what's happened today. So we talked about this before we got on the air, and we said that when you're done with your MSF course, next broadcast, which will be next week, Friday, 7 o'clock. Hold up. Before I say that, let me look at my calendar. But we want to have you on here so that we can talk to you personally, give us your experience. We're not worried about you failing. We're not trying to give pressure.
Pressure. Under
We're not
pressure.
worried about that at all. We're really not. So you let us know if that's something you want to do. And if it is, yeah, we're going to hook that up. Finesse was like, get her on here today. 10 minutes to go. I was like, nah, I don't
Hey, look, man. Hey, they ready? They ready? They YouTubers, man. They ready?
Dude, what time is it? They just got on here, so they wouldn't have been ready.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
Tomato,
tomato.
When do you have any memories from when you took your MSF class?
Yes.
Anything
Yes.
that stands out in your mind?
Yeah,
tell.
you know what? I was on a sport bike at that time. I was on a Gixxer 750, and one of the things that I just could not do was a freaking figure 8 on that little bitty bike. I could do everything else. I do the turns, this, that, and the other, and you know, you put your foot down twice, you fail, right?
Yeah.
So I did the figure 8, but I did put a foot down, and it was just bugging me. And after that, I was just like, you know, whatever. And now looking back at it, I mean, it's just so it wasn't like it wasn't prop. In my case, it wasn't proper instruction. I didn't understand what I needed to do to make the bike do what I wanted it to do. So, you know, before going to be the boss of your motorcycle, you know, the instructions that I was given was so general. They weren't specific enough. They weren't detailed enough to let me know what you're doing, which is one of the things that Robert is really, really good at in his course. If you guys haven't taken it, you definitely should try it out. You know, that's one of the things that he's good in his course. So, you know, that understanding that, if I didn't, looking back now, to me, it's just crazy that I couldn't do it.
Yeah. So let's stop talking about that. Mike, it was a great question, but it should have been for next week when we talk to Kim, because I really want to hear this too, because Mike, you did an MSF course as well, right?
I did.
Yeah, so next week I want to hear about that. And Oscar, we can go a little bit deeper into yours too. Do either of you, I think I already know the answer to this, do either of you have pictures or videos from that?
Nope.
I might have a picture of my bike. Not the class. Huh?
Yeah.
So I mean, because it's something
I wasn't a YouTube phenom back then.
Yeah, it's something I've never experienced. Like Oscar just said, you know, if you tap the ground twice, you fail. No, I don't know that.
Yeah.
Because I've never taken it.
I was just talking to the wife the other day. We're some of the last generations that were around pre-internet. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like people now, they're like, they grew up all their life with internet. Probably not our group here, but you know, we are part of that group where we're the last people to grow up without internet, and people are just like, how did you function? I mean, it's not like it was a stone tablet. You talk to people.
Yeah, you talk to people. You didn't have the same reach. All of the kids weren't overweight because they actually went outside and they played and they ran around.
And,
yeah, you know, and if you go up to one of your kids right now, Oscar, and go, I think you're having a stroke. But that was dial up. Dial up. You know, and I used to have to sit there and wait for it to connect. You know, you've got mail. You know, I remember all of that stuff, man.
For sure.
The good old days. So anyway, lastly, guys, what I want to talk to you about, unless you guys have anything else. Tomorrow, I'll be picking up my new motorcycle at Savannah Harley Davidson.
Yeah, third.
Did anything change, Oscar, or is there some flakes coming?
What are you talking about?
You coming there? You being there?
No, I am going to be there. We're going to do. You're doing that in the morning, correct?
Negative. 1,500 hours.
Okay, good. Okay, well, my mom's birthday is tomorrow. Happy birthday, Mom.
Oh, okay.
All right. So, I will be available. I will not be available for an extended period of time.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I got to let me write down your mother's birthday, because I recall something else going on in the past, and you were like, well, today's my mother's birthday. And I'm writing it down because I think you're FOS sometimes. You just be making stuff up.
Absolutely
I would love
not.
to do it, but we can't do lanes. It's my mother's birthday.
My son's birthday, my youngest son is March 8th. My oldest, March 16th. My mother is March 21st. And then our daughter is December 30th. So, we're all and my sister's in March. My other sister's in October. So it's just, we're all around the same time frame.
So what I'm doing with this bike purchase, it's not like in the past where it's like, you I've never put a tarp over the bike, but it's like a secret. What is it going to be? Everybody pretty much knows it's going to be a 2026 CVO Street Glide Limited. The blue one is beautiful. It's been in the dealership for like a week now on display so people can see it. And I've already heard there's like crowds around this thing. It's a beautiful bike. And the ironic thing is they have it on that platform. And on that same platform, me walking into that dealership 4 or 5 years ago was Violet 2021 CVO Limited. And I remember I walked past it and I walked back. And then I came back in and I was like, And so it's funny that this bike is in the same spot. Yeah. So I put something out on the internet today telling people if they want to come out and go through this experience with me of picking up this bike, if they want to see the bike, I'll be there about 3 o'clock. They can come out there as well. I'm going to bring a silver Sharpie and I'm going to write on the inside, the lid of that tour pack, Preloader Nation. I'm going to put the date. I'm going to sign my name, and I'm going to let anybody that's a preloader or a VI preloader sign the inside lid of that tour pack. Now, if you don't know, the CVO Limited, it's a cover. So nobody's going to see it unless I take the cover off. But it doesn't matter if you can see it. I'm going to know that it's there. So that's what's going on tomorrow. Private lesson in the morning, VI preloader Amy Joe, 9 to 1. And then after that, headed to the dealership.
To the interwebs.
To the interwebs.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Rob here from Be the Boss of Your Mind. Can't hear it. It's Friday, March 20th. Can't hear it. March 21st.
Hold on.
Headed over to Savannah Harley Davidson. I'm going to be picking up a new motorcycle. No mystery here. 2026 CVO Street Glide Limited. Beautiful bike. And I want to invite you guys to come experience that with me if you'd like to. I'll be there around 3 p.m. If you've never seen this bike in person, come on by and check it out. It's already there now. It's on display so you can look at it. But it's just a beautiful bike, but in person even more. Again, that's my opinion. I know it's subjective. But definitely come on by and hang out. And if you've never ridden a 2026 Limited, CVO or not, Demo Day is also going on in Savannah Harley Davidson. And that starts today, the 20th to the 22nd. Starts at 10 a.m. So come on by, hang out. We can take some pictures. Obviously, check out the bike. And if you want to ride the bike, not my bike.
That's the best part.
I had to be clear about that. I had to be clear
Let
about
him ride
that.
it, man.
So oddly enough, Indian Motorcycle right across the street, our demo day is the following week, is next week. So you guys are this week, we're next week. I wish they would have lined up where they were at the same week. That'd have been awesome to go from one bike to the other, to go back and forth. Yeah, so when you're doing your testing, just one of those things.
They've done that in the past. In the past, it's linked up where they worked out together. But and so, Mike, what do you think? You want to go over there on their demo day when they bring those bikes on that trailer and ride them? Harley has a semi truck and they have a little trailer. So
I don't know if I get away tomorrow.
Actually,
no, not tomorrow.
Actually, the semi truck is at the dealership. Actually,
I won't be in town.
You won't be in town next weekend?
Nope, going to Florida.
Oh,
I'll be in a pool tournament.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Indian Motorcycle has a semi truck.
Billiards.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I just want to be clear. Yeah. So I'm excited about tomorrow. It's just something about this bike. I'm going to do a video comparing this to the 21, but there's something about this bike that's it's just different, man. It's like sometimes I pick up, and I had to think about this. I purchased a new motorcycle, actually a bunch of them in between, but ever since 2019, every year I've gotten a motorcycle. And I'm like, But something is just different about this bike, as far as how it's making me feel. But we'll see. We'll see when I have it in the garage.
Getting excited is what you're saying. That's what you're saying, everybody. He's excited to get this one.
So believe it or not, the exciting part, what really led to the excitement for me with this is the fact that I'm asking other people to come experience it with me. All right. The bike's the bike, but that just adds something to it to me. I don't know what it is. And having people sign it, I just came up with that at the last minute. I went out and bought the markers. This is, it's going to make that bike more special to me to know that I got preloaders and VI preloaders there supporting and stuff like that. Huge shout out to Savannah Harley Davidson because, they definitely take care of me. And like I said in that video, they're going to take care of you too. A lot of things there are not the same as they were a few years ago.
Only thing I want to share, I am about 2.5 months into my fundraiser I'm doing for this year. I am trying to raise money for Alzheimer's research. So the Fishers Center for Alzheimer's Research, my plan is to donate about $10,000, no, at least $10,000 this year. And so I'm hoping that you guys are willing to participate, contribute. Watching my videos helps, but if you want to make a cash donation, you can do that too. And if you can share it on your social media, I would appreciate that as well. Because it's a big goal, and I hope that I'm going to hit it. Actually, I know I'm going to hit it one way or the other, but I definitely like to go above and beyond with that. So I would appreciate you guys' support with that. I'm about $1,700 towards that goal so far, so we're moving along nicely.
Yeah. 700 towards it. I thought you meant 1,700 left. That's excellent.
No, 1,700 so far. So it's early in the year. Yeah, we'll get there. Like I'm going to hit it one way or the other. If I just got to write him a check, I'm going to do it. But like I said, I want to hit this goal and blow it out of the water.
Hold up.
All right.
Hold up. Did you just see this? I didn't see this. Remember we asked Kim, would she come on next Friday? Yeah. She said it's her birthday on Friday.
Nice. Oh. Happy birthday. Early.
Yeah, happy birthday to you. Well, hey.
Happy birthday, but she still never answered the question. See? You see finesse? That's what I'm talking about.
She said
I wasn't expecting
if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. Meaning she's ready.
That's what's up. She ready.
No. See, again, I need yes or no, not stay ready, but no. That's not how we operate.
We can message them on the back end, man. We can message them on the back end. Right. You can get your answer. All right. So I don't have any fantastic things going on like Q there, but I will say that like I was saying earlier, not this weekend. Next weekend we're doing a bike night. They're also going to be doing dyno pulls at India Motorcycle. And there's also going to be the Hooters next to India Motorcycle is joining in on this event too. So they're going to have some involvement there. I'll be putting more information out about that. And
what is it? What is it?
It's a bike night.
Oh, which night? Indians doing it?
India Motorcycle and Hooters is doing a bike night.
Oh, okay.
So where they're going to be doing dyno pulls. And
they're going to have those cold hot dogs again? In that crock pot?
I don't know whatever Hooters is going to have. I don't know.
So, Hooters is doing it. Okay, good. Thank God.
I mean, it's Hooters and India Motorcycle getting together to do a bike night. So it's going to be it should be a good time. It's not this weekend, it's next weekend.
Oh, so it's during the
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, it's that Saturday. So Friday and Saturday is the demo truck.
Dang it.
That night they're doing the bike night, like I said, with the dyno pulls, and then that's with Hooters and everything else. So it should be a good time.
All right, I got a silly question for you. You ready? Finesse? You said that's Saturday night, right? Bike night Saturday night, the 28th?
Yeah.
Are you going to be there? That's the silly question.
I am going to be there, yeah.
Of course you are.
We're also doing IMRG. We're doing an IMRG drive there as well. So we're going to be getting some signups for the India Motorcycle Riders Group.
Are you still the king of that? Or president? Whatever it is?
The president, yes.
Okay, yeah, I'll be there. Just let me know. We'll ride over there together.
Yeah, 100%.
I'll bring Shelly so you could be, you can meet me there because I'm going to wind up leaving.
Oh, my gosh. Whatever.
I'm kidding. No, actually, no. Most likely I'll be on, well, she doesn't have a name yet, but I'll be on the new bike. We'll see.
Yeah. You got to be on the new one. But anyways, yeah. So that's gonna do it for our show today. We went just over an hour, man. That's awesome. That's like a first time we've kept it pretty low. But again, we appreciate all you guys. What's up?
Kim said she'll be on.
Okay. Yeah. So we appreciate all you guys joining. Thank you once again. Please like, share, subscribe. And man, don't feel go ahead and leave a comment. We talk to you. All right. Any last words?
Yeah.
Enjoy your weekend, everybody. Rob, hope you have a good time picking up that bike tomorrow. If I can sneak up there, I'll be there.
Yeah, sounds good, man. Be good to see you because I have to get you to. Well, if it gets too full in that lid, I'm gonna shut it down at a certain point because I need your guys' signatures on that lid. Okay.
Yep. Got it. I'll be there. All right. Thanks again, everybody, for joining. We'll see you guys next week. Same Splitting Lanes time, same Splitting Lanes channel. All right, y'all.
Take care, guys.